In this video, I'm going to show you how meme coin scalpers are currently making thousands upon thousands of dollars on a daily basis, scalping meme coins for quick profits. And they're basically flipping these coins for 50% gain, 20% gain, and they're making insane gains on a daily basis. So I'm going to be breaking down their most profitable strategies so that you guys can implement them into your own strategy and start extracting money from the meme coin market consistently as well. So first off, I'm going to show you the setup, the hands down best and fastest setup for trading these coins, and then I'm going to dive into the actual strategy. So before we dive right into the video, for those of you who don't know what scalp trading is, so here is a quick definition. In a nutshell, what this means when it comes to meme coins, it is basically the opposite of hodling coins. It just means buying a coin and selling it for a quick profit, be it 10%, 20% or more. The key here is to not hold on to your coins more than you need to, right? So we're trying to avoid risk as much as possible. We're always trying to stack the odds in our favor. So here is the setup. We're going to be using BullX here, and we're going to use it in combination with Nova. So what is Nova? As you can see here, there's these extra buy buttons here. So Nova is an extension actually that I found off of Orangey. So it's not some sort of a random extension. This is a bot that actually real scalp traders are using at this time to make these quick buys, snipe these coins on new creations. They're not doing it with the regular setup. They do it using Nova because it gives you an edge. It's faster, right? If you're already set up with Nova and BullX or Photon, because Nova can be integrated on BullX and Photon. If you're already set up like this, feel free to skip to this exact timestamp where I'm just going to be diving into the actual strategies. But for those of you who are not set up with this yet, here is how you can get started. So first of all, what is the advantage of Nova? So as I already explained, it's super quick. It's going to be a lot faster than just trading without it on BullX or Photon, right? It's going to be a lot faster. And additionally, it's going to offer you the ability to snipe coins as they're migrating or dump coins as they're migrating automatically. So instead of manually having to sell a coin as it migrates, right? You can just set a dump order and it's going to automatically dump the coin, so you don't have to worry about executing your order at the wrong time. The same way, if you see a coin that's primed for a huge pump as it's migrating, you can set a sniper order. It's going to automatically snipe it. Everything is going to be here. It's all integrated into your browser, so it's super useful like that. And I've been using this myself already for a while now, and I wouldn't be talking about this if this wasn't super useful. So I've fully integrated this into my own trading strategy. How to actually set it up. So first of all, you're going to need BullX Neo or Photon. So I'm going to leave a link in my description for BullX Neo and for Photon. I personally prefer BullX Neo because it also has some extra features like tracking wallets and all that good stuff. And I find it super useful for myself, for my own trading, right? Once you're on BullX Neo, if you're already set up with BullX Neo, you should have your private keys saved on your wallet. If you don't, you can just generate a new wallet and save your private keys. And you're going to need your private keys because you're going to be importing them into your Nova. This is super important because you're going to be basically trading with the same wallet as you are trading on BullX, and it's going to need to be connected to Nova in the same way. So how you're going to do this, once you're on Neo, you're just going to either make a new wallet, or if you don't have your private key saved somewhere, you can just generate a new wallet and save them here. They're going to be saved in a format like this. Let me show you guys. So it's going to be wallet 1, Solana. It's going to show you your wallet address first, right? Let's just imagine this is a wallet address. There's going to be a colon right here. And then there's going to be a private key. When you save your private keys, it's going to copy the whole thing. And you might think that this is the private key, right? And you're going to go to Nova and you're going to try to import this and it's not going to work. Yes, it's because this whole thing, it's not the private key. The private key is at the end. So you're going to take the ending string right here that is going to be after this symbol right here that you're going to see. You're going to take the last part, you're going to copy it. That's the private key right here. So I'm going to show you how to import your wallet into Nova. First of all, currently Nova isn't even available to the public yet. There is a waiting list. If you want to skip the waiting list, I have an access link in my description. You're going to skip the waiting list. You're going to get started right away, and you're going to press start, and it's going to load up Nova like this. You're going to press on wallets. It's going to take you to the wallet section, right? So this is my BullX Neo wallet. I've already imported it, but what you're going to do is you're going to press on the import wallet, and you're going to name the wallet first. It's going to ask you to name the wallet. So you can name it like BullX1. That's just an example, right? And here you're going to enter the private key. Remember guys, this is the last part of the private key here. If you're using any other trading bot or trading platform where you export your private keys, usually it's going to be saved in a different format, probably without this whole first part. So make sure to just copy the private key and nothing else. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You're going to paste it here, blah, blah, blah. Imagine this is a private key. Boom, you are in. However, the issue is you're going to notice, okay, you've connected to Nova, but there is no quick buys yet, right? There is no quick buys. So if you're using Photon, you can go ahead and continue with the setup right here that Nova Click has. So Nova has the Nova Click. That's the extension that I was talking about. You can, first of all, you're going to go to the guide. You're going to connect your wallet. I'm going to show you how to do that. And you're going to be set up. If you're using BullX Neo, there's one extra step that you need to do first before you proceed with installing Nova, right? Because BullX Neo has like a bit of a restriction on sort of extensions. So you have to sort of get around that whole thing. You have to get around it. And I'm going to show you how to get around it. So let me show you guys quickly how to get around these extensions getting blocked on Neo. Once again, you can skip this part if you're using Photon. You're going to need to go to uBlock Origin. I'm going to leave the official link in the description. You're going to download uBlock Origin, add it to your Chrome. It's going to pop up as an extension right here. And it's very easy. You're going to go to settings right here. You're going to go to my filters and you're going to paste this here. You're going to paste it right here and you're going to press on apply changes. So I'm going to leave this string of text in my description as well. That's it. That's the step that you needed to do. Once you have this ready, now you can link your Nova Click, right, with your Telegram account. So how do you do that? First of all, you're going to press on the guide. It's going to take you right here. You're going to press on setting up and there's going to be the link here, click.tradenova.io. You're going to press on that and it's going to connect you to your Telegram. You're just going to press on connect Telegram. You're going to open desktop. You're going to press start, right? And it's going to ask you to launch Nova Click. You're just going to press on launch Nova Click and it should link your Telegram right here. Boom, you can see successfully connected to Nova Click. Next step we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and download the actual extension. So right here, download Nova Click back on Telegram, right? Just press on this link right here. It's going to take you to the official Nova Click Chrome extension page. Just going to press on add to Chrome, add extension. And boom, here it is. It's going to be disabled at first. You're going to enable it. And this is pretty simple. This is just the preset buy amounts that you're going to see when you're watching the chart and you want to quick buy something. These are the amounts. So this is the Solana amount. So you can set this to any amount you want. And here, this is the quick buy. So the quick buy is going to be when you're not looking at the chart and you just want to quickly buy something. This is going to be the preset amount. So I usually have this on 1 or 2 Sol. You can have it at any amount that you guys would like. So you're going to change it as you like and you're going to press on save. You're going to go to BullX Neo. You're going to refresh the page and it should be on. So let's test it out. Let's see if it's actually working. So let me snipe a coin real quick for you guys. Let's see, for example, this coin. So personally, right now, as I was setting up myself once again back onto this bot for the video, I ran into a little issue where I set everything up and it was failing orders. Right, it was failing my orders. The issue was that it shows up the buy buttons and everything, but it doesn't process the order. If you run into this issue, here's how you can fix it. So first of all, you're gonna go to the Nova Click extension and you're gonna disable it. Next step, you're gonna go back to click.tradenova.io and you're gonna connect your Telegram once again. And once it's connected again, you're gonna go here and you're gonna enable it. You're going to press save once again. And then here, you're going to refresh BullX Neo and then it should work. So in case you do run into any issues, there is a support channel for Nova. I suggest you guys, in case there's any issues, you can just go there and ask them. By now, Nova should be working for you guys and it should be working on BullX Neo. Let me quickly demonstrate how this exactly works right here. So let's say I'm trying to snipe a coin right here. I see, okay, there is like Solana gift, some sort of coins, a bunch of coins popping out with Solana gift. Let me open one of them up. One is at 7K market cap. Dev sold, I want to buy 1 Sol. I buy 1 Sol and it instantly gets in. right? And you're sort of trading with these Nova buttons. If I want to sell, I press on sell 100% and we're out. That's how quick these transactions are here. So also you can quick buy right here. Let me just quick buy a random coin for demonstration purposes as well. Let's hope I don't get rugged. So what is this coin right here? Komodo Dragon, 5% dev. I don't want to do that. Let's do I'm okay processing, right? And we are in, right? You can see here, it processed our order right here, and we can just sell 100% right away if we do want to. So this is pretty much how it works, right? You can snipe coins, and it's going to be all super quick. You can dump these coins on migration, and you can snipe these coins, as I already said, once they are migrated, right? So that's pretty much it for the setup. You should be set up with BullX Neo or Photon at this point and fully set up with Nova working. So I'm going to give you guys a little tip before we begin with the strategies. Have your Neo set up like this. This is how I have my setup currently here. I have Nova on the left side right here. You can extend your browser tab a bit over it because you're not going to be constantly looking at it, but you should have it open, because in case you do want to dump your coins on Raydium, or in case you do want to snipe a coin as it's migrating, you're going to be doing that on the Nova bot. So basically, if something's migrating, you're going to press on the snipe button. It's going to take you to the Nova bot anyways, and you're going to have to set all the settings here. So that's why it should be open for you guys. And also same applies for if you want to dump a coin straight away right as it's migrating. You're going to set that order right here on Nova. Right? So that is pretty much it for the setup right here. This is how you get set up. How about we dive into the actual strategies? So the first strategy to scalping these coins is going to be involving a crypto Twitter tracker. So this is how you're going to be doing this. First of all, you're going to have your Neo like this. All right, you're going to have to squish your browser a little bit, and you're going to need to use a crypto Twitter tracker. So where do you get such a tracker? One option is you can go to Orangey. So you can go to Orangey's YouTube channel. You can join his private group. So they do have already a fully developed crypto Twitter tracker. You can also develop your own crypto Twitter tracker. There's free versions for it. You can add it to your Discord and you can set it up and you can track tweets as they come out. Because the logic here is as soon as like a big Twitter account posts something, there's coins that are created, and it just happens so that they're pumping almost every time, especially if it's like from a bigger account, like at Bitcoin on Twitter. Whenever these guys post like a dog that's relating with Bitcoin or even an AI generated image, the coin just like pumps right away, hits Raydium, and there's like 20 coins created. So the strategy here is the moment you see a tweet like that appear, like you have to be watching it very closely. The moment you see it appear on the Twitter feed, right away, you're going to see coins created. And you're going to ape in to the first one. This is literally it. This is literally how you do it. I'm going to show you a good example of this. So let's go to my own wallet here. I did this a few days ago. So I've actually been doing this for a while now. These sort of opportunities appear probably 5 to 10 times a day. So if you're watching the crypto Twitter trackers, you're going to be able to spot these opportunities, 5 to 10 times a day. Here's a good example. 6 days ago, I made about $1,000 off of PvP coin right here. So how did I do this? Let's hop onto PvP coin right here. And before I show you like actually how the Twitter tracker is laid out and everything, how you should be holding it, so let me just show you a quick example. So I saw a tweet from Jack Butcher, right? PvP. He posted this image of PvP, just like a controller, but he's a very popular account. He named it PvP, right? So what happened here, instantly like 10, 20 coins came out. I aped into the first one. The good thing about BullX and Photon is that you can pause, right? You can put your mouse onto the new creations tab and it's going to pause it, right? It's not going to show any new creations while you're looking at it. So the moment you see a bunch of coins pop out, just hover your mouse onto the new creations tab and it's going to stop popping out new ones. You quickly scroll down to the first one and you buy it. That's it. And you have to be super quick with this. So if you're not like super quick with these types of things, there's two options for you, right? Either don't do this strategy exactly, or you can just like get good at it. Just try again and again until you get fast. So you have to be fast because look how quickly this happened. Like literally, this is the first 2 seconds of the coin being out. I was already in because I saw it. I had my feed on the left here and I had my new creations tab open right here. I aped in right here at $10,000 market cap on the second of the coin being created, hopped right in, 10K market cap, instantaneously, it pumped to 40K from 10K, right? And I instantly cashed out all of it. I could have held, but I made 4.5 SOL and I was happy. So that's the point of scalping, right? You're trying to secure profits quickly because these coins, they're super volatile. They can dump just as quick. So I hopped in. I could have held some moon bags or whatever, but I didn't do that. I just sold everything. And look how much higher it actually went. I sold here. It went on to do another 3x. So as you're going to be doing this, you're going to get better at it. I'm not good at this by any means yet, but you're going to develop an eye for these coins. You're going to develop a sense of feeling of, okay, this can pump higher. You're going to leave a moon bag after you secure profits. You're going to get better at this. But at first, definitely secure profits on these coins whenever you are in profit, right? And you're not going to be aping random crypto Twitter accounts as well, right? You're going to be aping those that really have motion. And what do I mean by motion? By motion, I mean whenever like they post something actually interesting, like PvP, that's an interesting, like that's a good ticker that's relating with the actual meme coin market, number one. And it's kind of interesting, right? And it's from a super popular account that always, whenever they post some sort of an artwork, they get about 20 coins created. So how you can understand if this account has motion is if they post something and about 10 coins are instantly created, you know that one of them is going to do some sort of a number. If an account that you see on your Twitter tracker posts something and it does nothing, like there's no coins created or there's one coin created, it's probably not going to pump. So you can just like easily avoid those accounts. So how does this actually look? So these Twitter trackers, they're usually on Discord. So I've laid out my tabs like this so that I have the Twitter tracker right here, have my Nova bot right here in case I want to snipe something or dump something. And you're just going to watch this, right? You're just going to watch for good tweets. And it's going to take some time. It's not going to be always like you hop right in and you start making money. It's going to take some time, right? It's going to take some time until you find a good tweet that gets posted. But once you do, and once you do hop in on it, it's going to pay off. So I've been doing this. I can show you a few more examples of how this has worked and how this hasn't worked as well. So let me give you guys another quick example of this so that you guys can better understand how this exactly works. So I think I had yesterday another coin that I did the same exact way. All right, so here is another example, quick example right here. This one didn't pump nearly as high. So this is a perfect example of why you see a profit, just take the profit, right? Don't hold on to your bags, especially if it's like a tweet. Those coins bump and dump super quick, but you can still make money off of those. So Singularity, Jack Butcher, once again, same account posted Singularity coin. It was McDonald's, but it's like a infinity sign on McDonald's, right? First seconds, I wasn't as quick. I hopped into the coin like 6 seconds after it was created, hopped in once again at about 10K market cap. I didn't do any research. I see these coins. I see that this is how you do it, right? This is how you do it. You see the tweet and you're going to see a bunch of coins pop up. You don't have time to research it. You don't have time to do pretty much anything. What you're doing here is you're pausing the new creations and you're quickly going over to the first one and you're just buying that. Unless the dev has like 20% dev holding or something crazy like that. You just have to be quickly able to spot that. And you can spot that on Bullix and Photon by just looking at the dev icon. It's going to show you how much the dev is holding. So you have to avoid if it's like something crazy, but pretty much, right? Every time the first one is the one, so far at least, to pump. Unless it's like a random case where it's like the second one, like it might happen. Or if the first one has like a huge dev holding, no one's going to buy that, right? So it's really going to depend on the situation. But in most cases, yeah, the first one is going to be the one to actually do some numbers. So you can see here, Singularity, I didn't make nearly as much as I did from PvP, right? I made like 1.5 SOL right here, bought at 10K, sold a little bit of a portion right here at 24K, I believe. No, like 20K. And I sold the rest. Sold some more at 26K and then I sold the rest right here at back to 10K. So still got some profit, right? This was 1 day ago. So these types of opportunities, they appear pretty much every day. And these types of coins, right? This type of a strategy is going to become even more profitable as the market starts picking back up, right? As the market starts getting more volume. So this is pretty much the gist of it. You're waiting for good tweets to pop out and you're waiting for those coins to appear and you're just aping the first one. So I'm going to leave it at that. That is going to be it for the first strategy. So the second strategy is going to involve buying when the dev sells. It's going to involve actually hopping on new creations once again, and you're going to be filtering nothing once again. Although you can, technically speaking, you could, right? You could put a little bit of a filter on for like $8,000 market cap or something like that. If you see that this is too much noise for you, you can start practicing with a little bit of a filter, right? But I do this without filters. So what you're doing here is you're looking at coins that don't need a dev. So what are coins that don't need a dev? Number one, regular meme coins. Number two, trends, right? Trends. Like if there's a new trend on TikTok and you see that this is the first coin about this trend created, it doesn't need a dev. What does need a dev is AI coin, right? AI coins, if there's a dev, you don't want to buy when the dev sells, because it means that the AI coin is not a fucking AI coin. It's a, it's a LARP. It's a fake. But the regular meme coins, right? If the dev sells, it doesn't matter. It just gives you an entry. So how this usually looks, right? It might be a justice coin, right? If there's a news piece that comes out about some sort of a justice for some sort of a cat or some sort of a dog or some sort of an animal, right? That can be a good one. Also, a regular meme coin. Like if you see Nigmas, whatever. This is just an example. I don't know what this actually is. But let's say I thought that this is bullish. What I would do next is I would open the chart while the dev is holding. I'm looking for some bids to come in. So why am I looking for some bids to come in? Well, I'm looking if the market likes the meme. If I don't see any bids coming into the coin, it probably means that once the dev sells, it's also not going to get any bids because it already is not getting any quick buys, right? We want to see coins that are actually sort of catching some bids, like Carlo. I don't know what Carlo is. I bet there's already a bunch of coins about Carlo. This is an ETH coin, so we're just going to skip that. I'm just looking live for some coins right here that I can show you as an example. So you can see a lot of Amelia coins are popping up there. I suppose there was news about some sort of a girl, Amelia. Someone did something wrong to her probably. So we would already be a little bit late to this because you can see one is already at 32K market cap. We already don't have the entry here. So if we bought here, this is completely like already a different strategy, buying something like this high. We're looking for coins that are super low. For example, Justice for Max. So let's imagine, let's just take a look here. Didn't catch any bids before the dev sold. So you can see it's already not really catching on any like bids after the dev sold. Like a few are coming in, but it doesn't look like it's super bullish, right? It doesn't look super bullish. So Max, Justice for Max, it's probably done before. And probably that's why it's not really doing numbers. Yeah, 14 minutes ago. So it's been done over and over already. So we're just going to skip that. Let me just find some sort of a quick example. Justice for Pooch, right? Justice for Pooch. We're looking for those bids to come in organically with the dev holding. So once again, not really catching any bids. A good way, by the way, a good way you can see a coin that is catching on some bids right away is you can just look at the market cap. Just look at the market cap. You don't even have to be opening these coins. The market cap increases live as the coin gets more buys. So that's a super good thing about Bullex and about Photon. I believe the same thing applies for Photon. It's gonna increase live on the dashboard before you even open a coin. So you can kind of sort through a bunch of garbage this way. So how about we're just going to put a filter on for about let's do $8,000 market cap so that we can just like quickly sort through all of the stuff that is really catching no motion. Like Audi, the Magic. Okay, this one has 27% dev holding. Agentipi, this is probably an AI coin, so we need the dev here. 30% dev holding, we don't want that. Cock Apu, this is already pumped. Ogi, dev already sold. So let me just take Ogi as an example. So Ogi right here, perfect example actually. Dev bought right here and it pumped organically to 9K. Dev sold. Look, it dumped. It gave you an entry you could have bought right here and would have pumped to 12K, and that could have been a quick 60% scalp, right? Quick 60% scalp. These types of opportunities, they don't appear all of the time, right? But if you buy right here, this is already too late. You're trying to basically enter right as the dev sells. So he sells and you enter here, or he sells, you wait like a few seconds and then you ape in after it dips. That's basically the strategy here. And a lot of people are using this strategy currently, and it is paying off because the dev sell, it gives you an entry, right? It gives you an entry. So one more thing to note about this type of a strategy, you have to understand that you might see some coins catch some bids, right? You might see a coin catch bids right after the dev buys, right? And it's really important to distinguish whether or not those are organic bids or whether they are bundled buys from the same person. So it might look natural, but if you go onto the holders section, for example, like let's see this coin right here, is this organic or not? You can determine this by going to the holders and quickly checking if the holders that are buying this coin, if they have any sort of a trading bot that they're using. And chances are, if they're not using any trading bot, they're using a software to bundle the coin. So it's not really going to be that organic. And if the dev sells, you still don't want to be buying on top of these guys. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot that goes into this type of trading, but if you really lock into it, you can profit pretty well off of this. And a lot of these guys, once again, they are trading this way as well. So before I dive into the third strategy, let me get you guys another example. So let's go, once again, let's put a little filter on so we can just find something faster. Mr. Santa. So Mr. Santa here, he has $11,000 market cap. This coin is a cat coin. It doesn't need a dev holding 6%. Perfect example of a coin to perhaps avoid. So something you should avoid probably in this case is if the dev is holding on to his supply for too long. You usually want to see the dev dump within the first 10 seconds or so. So for example, right here, we could enter, right? We could enter, but let's quickly search up Mr. Santa. And is this even a good coin, right? Mr. Santa, this one's at 7K market cap. It feels like it's not like a super unique meme. First of all, what you're looking for is you're looking for a coin that gives you this sort of a setup, number one. And number two, you're looking for a coin that also looks interesting. So if the coin doesn't look interesting, you can avoid it even if it caught some bids initially. So I faded this entry right here, but I would be in profit already, even though the coin isn't really that interesting. So let's say the dev sold right here. You saw it live, how it updated. Dev sells, it gives an entry, and you can profit off that entry right here. It went up from here about 26%. If you aped in 1 sol, you would have made 0.26 sol. If you aped 2 sol, you would have made 0.4 sol, something about that, right? So also how to know when to like sort of stop holding these. One thing a lot of these scalp traders talk about a lot, and I have talked with a lot of these guys as well, and what they say very often is that they don't like when the volume starts dropping. And it's actually a real thing. When the volume starts dropping, it usually can indicate that a reversal might come to the downside because the buys are not as strong anymore. You can see here, this is like a stronger volume. It's like catching bids, but here it starts losing the volume. And what do you know? Someone already sold it because it's not catching bids anymore. Boom, another sell. And this is how the cascading sell effect happens, and it's going to go probably to zero. This is how you avoid round tripping your sort of scalp trading profits. You want to hold on to the coin while the volume is okay, right? While it's going up. If it starts dying down, you just avoid it, sell it, and you get out. That's it. You can see here, this is a classic case of volume picking up. As the volume starts dying down, you sell before everyone else starts selling. And here you can see everyone else sold, and it's now to 6K market cap. If you just applied this strategy, like for example, I could have bought this and just quickly profited off this, but I didn't because Mr. Santa seems like it's not that good of a meme. It doesn't seem like something that would pump that hard. So I faded this altogether. But if it's a bullish coin that actually has something for it, that is unique, that actually has something interesting about it, when the dev sells, you get an entry, you're probably going to see it pump a lot higher. It could go 15K, 20K, right? And you can bag like a 2x. Instead of like a 20% profit. So I think this concludes the second strategy for the most of it. You just really have to get into it and start trading these coins. And with time, you're going to get better. You're going to understand like when to sell. You're going to understand when to buy. You're going to get a feeling for this thing. The most important is that you stick to the strategy. Like imagine you have no strategy. You see this coin, you think it's bullish, right? The dev is holding and you ape here because you're feeling FOMO. You see it's just going up. You feel FOMO. You ape here. Guess what? You would have never seen a profit on this coin. You would have been down 30% here. And even on that retracement back to the upside, you would have still been down 10%. But instead, you see, okay, this coin doesn't need a dev. Let's wait for the dev to sell. You wait for the dev to sell. It dumps. You quickly buy in. You see it starts picking up some buys. And then the volume starts like dying down a little bit. You exit and that's it. You bagged a little bit of a profit. You scalp the coin. and you move on to the next one. Third strategy is going to be the hardest. I'm going to show you how Cupsy and how all of these guys trade. Once again, they don't use any filters, right? They don't use any sort of filters. They just buy what looks interesting and they quick buy it. But the key here is they have a bunch of money already. They have millions of dollars in profit. So they can afford to just ape the first thing without researching it. They can afford to do it because they have already huge profits. And not only that, they have copy traders. So what does it do to you when you have some copy traders and you ape like a 6K market cap coin that you see it's picking up a few bids and you instantly buy it? It's going to boost it up a little bit and it's going to catch some organic bids on top of that. And you're basically going to exit in profit every time. If you have a bigger budget and you're ready to learn and you're ready to actually take losses at first, take a bunch of L's, right? You can do this. You can do this. But I want to warn you guys that doing this type of thing, like I've tried this, it's super competitive. Just aping without researching something, just buying something that looks interesting. You're going to buy something, you're going to have to instantaneously open it up and see what is going on here. It is super hard, especially if you're new. You don't have any copy traders to boost your bid. You're just going to buy in, and you're going to buy into rugs sometimes. You're going to buy into bad coins that don't move. But at the very least, when you're quick buying, first thing that pops out that looks interesting, you buy it. At least you're going to have a good entry on it. So that's the key here. Why they do it is because quick buying, it gives you the best entry. And they do it because if you research something and then buy later, you lose that good entry. So they buy and then they research the coin. So it might sound retarded, but that's how like a lot of these guys, they're making insane money because they can afford to take hits on those bad trades that they do. But those trades that they actually like quick buy and they end up being something good. Imagine you buy a coin at $7,000 market cap and you actually hit a good coin. Let's say it hits raydium, you're already up 10x on your trade, and that's from 2 SOL. So even if it hits raydium, you're up like 10 to 20 SOL probably if you took profits, because these coins, they can move super quickly. If you hop in on a good one, it can move super quickly. And then after raydium, it can still go on to do numbers. So if you hit a good one, it can pay off like a lot. But I'm just telling you guys, this is how a lot of these guys, they do it like this. They don't even, some of them don't even implement waiting for the dev to sell. They don't even implement, oh, the volume is dying down, I might sell or something like that. They just ape the first thing and then they research later. And if they see that, okay, the thing I bought is actually not that great, they just sell. They don't care. They sell at a loss or at a profit, right? So it's a bit of a, you might say it's a little bit of a brain dead way to be trading these coins. But if you think about it, let's say you set a filter, right? Let's say you set a filter. Let's do a little comparison here. I'm the guy that doesn't use any filters and I'm just aping first. I'm just aping the first coin that appears that looks interesting. Actually, I haven't seen before. And imagine this, I'm sitting at this chart. I'm sitting at BullX for every day now for the past month. So I already see what's been done before. A lot of these coins, they're repeating. You can avoid coins purely because you have experience, right? So let's imagine I am this guy. I'm looking at the new pairs. So, and then let's imagine I'm another guy that has about $9,000 market cap filter with, let's say, minimum 4 holders already and minimum TXNs, like, let's use 5. Let's apply the filter. And I'm waiting for something good to appear. Oh, Ski Cat. Looks interesting, right? Let's open the Ski Cat. Guess what? You're late already to the trend here. I guess it would give an entry here if you bought, if this was a bullish coin. This would be an entry because it's back at 7K. But guess what? The guys who aren't using filters, they're already in here and they already profited off this coin and they probably sold it at 12K already for 80% gain. While you're slow and you're waiting for the filters, for something good to appear on your filters. And now you're pretty much like gambling on the fact that, oh, I hope it's going to go up from here, right? Plus the dev is still holding, which is super weird. Dev doesn't need to hold this type of a coin. So I guess in this case, you could just wait for the dev to sell and maybe hop into this coin, right? But regardless, that's the reason why they don't use the filters. That's the reason why they quick buy before even researching anything, is because it gets you this entry. It gets you right here, right? You buy in at 5 to 6 to 7K market cap. And if it pumps even to 12K, you're instantly in profit. You can sell and you're going to be up, right? Look at these top traders. When do you think they bought? Like this guy made $180, for example. So this guy bought right here on the first second. He just sniped it, probably without any research. And he sold here. He didn't even sell the top. He sold here. He still made 1 SOL. This is how these guys are doing it. So I would say, guys, honestly, The first two strategies are the most realistic to apply, especially if you're new. This third one is like, it's a lot harder to do. I'm going to be honest. It's a lot harder to do, but it's the type of thing that if you get really good at, the third one is going to pay off the most probably. The third one really depends on your own sort of strategy, how experienced you are, how much losses are you ready to take. Because personally, I'm not ready to lose my whole port right now, just buying quick buys when the market is not even that good. The market's probably going to get a lot better come January, come February. So yeah, if you have any questions, guys, feel free to leave a comment in the video description. I'm gonna try to answer as many as possible, and I hope this video provided an insight into scalping to you guys that maybe are just trading, with filters and aren't doing the type of scalping that I'm talking about here. Hope you got some value from this video. I know I've been yapping a little bit here, but I've been just trying to sort of speak my mind here and share with you guys what I've learned. So if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you watching. You rock, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. See ya.